Okay. So then we come back down here to our fabulous, oh, this is so awesome, James 2. Now you'll notice he's still just using, the word believed. Okay, don't use the word that you believe for favoritism. That's a misuse of it. People do that all the time. Oh, I'm a Calvinist. Oh, I'm a Catholic. Oh, I'm this. Oh, I'm that. And we play favorites all the time based on denomination and other stupid things. Not allowed to do that. Okay. So now we're going to get into, all right. When it says, chose the poor to be rich in faith, that's in the divine word. See that? Okay, now you'll notice that all of a sudden this is showing up. This was the normal use of the definite article versus the monadic use here. There's only one God. Okay, but now he's going back to material. So now he's including the definite article. Tus ptokas are the poor, alright? And then tokosmon, the world, tokosmon, alright? Those are all worldly terms, that's all human. Alright, poor man, rich man. Here's rich man, here's poor. So notice he's using the definite article every time. Whereas here, there's no article. Okay? So when we get down to James 2:8, the royal law, there's no article. Well, that has to be God's doing it. Okay? That also doesn't have the article. I'm not sure it ought to. But the point is, this doesn't. There's no article here. Royal law, divine law. Okay? Now, by contrast, again, here's hamartia without the article. He's stressing that you are originating sin as if you were God. You are the God of your own sin versus obeying the divine law. So you're opting to be the God of sin rather than obey the God of the law if you show partiality. That's pretty biting, okay? You can't see that in English. Because he had the article there, normal, normal, normal. Now all of a sudden he takes the article out because it's usually, present. The article's present even with namas. But he's stressing the royal quality of it versus you being your own God and committing sin. Originating sin by showing partiality. Okay, now see, look. Tonomon. He could have said tonomon here. But he didn't. You see that? This is the game he plays, and he starts playing it more and more in chapter 2. He takes out the article here. Why? Because he's taken out the article here. Okay? You are not, here's the divineness of the law, and here's you playing God, committing sin by being partial. I mean, because you're playing God if you're showing partiality. That means you're judging. Alright? So notice how by taking out the article here, taking out the article here, he's setting up a parallel between this of God, real God, versus you playing God. Okay, but now, oh my goodness, it's tonomon. He's inserted it back in there. Monadic. Why? Because the parallel is going to come up later. See, here now he's taking out the article again. This is the same as taking out. This is monadic. This is taking it out. Okay? So he's stressing again, here you are, your own God. Okay, but what you should be doing is the divine law, which is the royal law, and you're not doing that. Okay? And he's reminding them of the law of liberty, the Mosaic law. Do not commit adultery, do not commit murder. So by showing partiality, it's as bad as murder. Alright? So that's why he suddenly reverts to no article. Okay? And he does it again, saying that the law of liberty here, okay, that's who we are to be judged. Okay? Yeah, there's the law of liberty. Again, it's an arthros. law of liberty, anarthrous. Okay, so he's equating the law of liberty with the Mosaic law and equating it to being divine. They're all divine. Okay? See how the removal of definite article helps you understand that? How do you translate that in English? You can't. Alright? So now we get into 214, and this is such a killer. I'm going to save it for the next video. Okay. Be prepared for some really fancy stepping in Greek. This just blows me away. Okay, in front of you, you see James 2:14. I want you to look very carefully at how he's going to use all three types of definite articles. Monadic, that's the light blue. Anarthrous, that's the orange, tan, gold. And the common. He's going to start piling them up now in 2:14. This just blows me away. My pastor taught us to track the definite articles, and because of that, if you do track it, you can learn exactly when the Lord was born, exactly when he died according to the Bible, day, year, month, per the Bible. You don't have to look outside the Bible to know. And I covered that in my passplat.htm solely by tracking the definite articles, especially the paraskue verses. And here it's the same kind of idea, but with respect to what's human works, what's divine works, and what's the work that the Word does in you. Okay? So now look. Verse 14. To phelas. Alright, what profit? Now he's using the to there to talk about, again, back in human terms of commercial value. What's the commercial value of the Word in you is what he's begging the question on. Okay, so he's using a common human idea of profit here. Because that's what they're looking for, is profit. That's why they're favoring the rich guy. Okay, this is typical Socratic technique. You take a proposition and you run with it. Okay, assuming it's true. Okay, you want material profit? Alright, what material profit then? Brothers, talking to saved now, look at this. If someone says they have faith, you got to get this. I hope I say it right. This is anarthrous. See, it's gold. It's anarthrous. If someone says he has the divine word believed in him. See, this is a straw man. He's setting up the straw man. If someone says he has faith, again, you got to say divine word here. Divine word in him. He's claiming that he has the word in him. He's claiming he believes in it. Okay, well, if he does, then there should be divine works. See, this is anarthrous. This is not good deeds. This is where the people who were reading this verse screwed up. But you can kind of empathize with them, because how can they know that it's anarthrous? See, look. But he has no, you put in the word divine there. If he has divine faith, the word in him, but he has no divine works. It's not talking about human good deeds. A Muslim can do human good deeds. It's talking divine works. Divine. What are divine works? The fruit of the Spirit. Galatians 5:22. Okay? Your mind changes. Your soul changes. It saves your soul. 1:21. James 1:21. Okay? It's real important to know that. Divine works. What are the divine works? Your soul changes. Whether you do good deeds or not, God's doing some deeds in you. Why? Because you're the fruit, not what you do. Remember, we saw that when we went through the green things. First fruits, that's you. Not what you do. You're thinking. Now, obviously, with your thinking, you're not going to be sinning as much. You'll gradually reduce it. And yeah, you'll be doing some good deeds, but, on the outside, what? You give $5 to charity, so does a Muslim. That's not divine works. See, Aragot proves that he's talking about a different kind of works than what Christians spout. See? If he has no divine works, if he has divine faith, but no divine works, well, the only thing that can qualify as divine works is God changing your soul. Nobody else can do that. You can't even change your soul. That's why James says if he has divine faith, but no divine works, can that faith, and now look at, he switched it. He switched it to the word believed. He's pretending that the guy really has the word believed in it, but it's not anarthrous anymore. Okay, you can argue that this is the common use, but pretend for the sake of argument that it's monadic even. Okay? The monadic quality, divine, is going to have divine works. But if it's all by itself, that's not going to change his soul. Because the changing of his soul is the divine work. Get that?